You got me. 난 너를 보며 눈을 봐. I got you. 질것 같은 맘들 속.
How could you do this? I thought you liked me, that's why you take me everywhere with you. I never said that I like you, Hina. And I take you everywhere with me just to keep the other girls away from me. Here a girl is arguing with her boss as she thought he likes her, but he directly denied. He is sitting on his chair calmly holding a cup of tea like he is used to it. Really, you don't like me? She asked, looking at his eyes. He shook his head in denial and puts the cup of tea on the table. But I really like you. Can't you try to like me? I know it's all fake. Huh? Jungkook chuckled before answering. You know well, all girls are crazy for my looks and personality, and you are just like them. Hina bit her lower lip and said, No, I really like you, Jungkook. First, don't call me by my name. I don't like my employee calling me by my name. I am sorry, Mr. Jeon. Good. And second, I won't take you anywhere with me anymore, as you are misunderstanding. She looked down, biting her lower lip. Jungkook smacked before speaking third. And third, you know what kind of guy I am. I have never been in a serious relationship, and you fell in love with me even knowing that. It's not my fault. And fourth, you are wasting my time, so get out of here right now if you love your job. She didn't say anything and immediately walked out. Liar. Why should I stay back when you girls are just enjoy playing with rich guy? Jungkook is playboy, not in dirty way. He just gives hope to girls and then reject them. Because according to him, all girls are same. They just like him because his personality is very attractive and he's pretty famous too as a great businessman. All girls are literally crazy for him. All girls are same. They just dies for beautiful things. Excuse me, ma'am. Hello, how may I help you? I'm here for an interview. You're welcome. Take the elevator over to the third floor and turn left and knock on the first door. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Wine repeat sounding grateful. You're welcome and good luck. She took a deep breath before taking the elevator to the third floor. Wine, you have to pass the interview by doing anything today. She is Kang Wine. She is 22-year-old girl and already graduate. She graduated 2 months ago from one of the popular colleges in the Korea by scholarship. And now she is struggling for job since 1.5 months but always get negative response in the end. Now she got used to but hope that one day she will definitely get a job. And with this hope right now she has come to give an interview in a new company which was suggested by her best friend called Leah. She is Wine's roommate too. Both have been living in the same apartment for a long time. Ever since Wine's parents died, Leah had always been there. She is really a good best friend, Wine got. The elevator door opened, revealing third floor. Wine felt like she just stepped into heaven. She was enthralled with the whole place. She started walking the way the receptionist said, while admiring the beauty of the company. Jungkook shouted frustratingly as a glass of water fell over his shirt. He stood up and went over to the couch where his spare of clothes lay. He pulled up the shirt and was in the process of wearing the new one when the door opened and someone entered. He didn't hear someone knock. The lady who entered turned her back to him to close the door. "Whoa," he said under his breath when he saw her. Her natural beauty was something Jungkook couldn't take his eyes off her. The lady searched the room as if looking for something until her gaze rested on him for like 3 minutes. He felt like time stopped, that everything didn't exist except for them, that there is a world where only the both of them mattered. God, this one will be trouble, he thought, and then he finally broke the silence. Take a picture, it would last longer. He smacked happily that his word affected her as she shifts her gaze away from his shirtless body. Hello sir, I'm Kang Wine. I'm here for an interview, she finally said, looking at him from under her lashes. She looked at his abs one more time before looking up at him. Have a seat, I'll join in a second. he said and started buttoning his shirt. It's my bad timing. Jungkook finally buttoned his shirt. He left the two top buttons undone and rolled the sleeves up, revealing his sexy tattoo. Then he joined her and took his seat. So, tell me, what position are you applying for? Well, sir, I do not have any in mind. I won't work in any position I am offered. I see. You don't have any idea of what you want to work as, Yes, sir. No, sir, it's not that I'm confused. But what I mean is I'm a graduate from Seoul National University and I did accounting. So I wouldn't mind if I work for you in any position. I could be a cleaner or I get it. Let me see your credentials. She handed it over to Jungkook as he flipped through. Good result you have got. Thank you, sir. He complimented and handed her credentials back to her. Well, you're 22, but you look small. She smiled. Yes, sir, I think because of my baby face. Okay, let's get to business. The thing is there is no vacancy now. The position was occupied yesterday and I don't think there is any more space for you in this company. But there is a vacancy somewhere else. Can you work as a caregiver? Caregiver? He nodded while taking a sip of tea. Wow, yes sir, I can. I love children so much, so I will be very excited to work as a caregiver to your child. Jungkook choked the tea out of his mouth while coughing badly. Whoa, sir, are you okay? Are you for real? Do you think I'm that old, huh? Did I say something wrong? Yes, I don't have any children. Even I'm not married. I'm single. Don't you ever read about me in magazines and social media? You bite your lower lip while looking down. Jungkook understands that you really don't know about him. Seriously? Yes, forget it. You have to take care of me as my caregiver. You are? Yes, I have a cook, a cleaner and other servant, so your work is just take care of me and I will pay 6 million for every month. 6 million? Is he mad? Well, I don't care. You thought and then ask. Okay, so sir, as your caregiver, what will I do? You shouldn't ask such a question. If you were to render your care to a kid, probably a child of 3 years, would you ask the child this question? Of course you wouldn't, so you should know what you would do. Well sir, the way I would care for a child would definitely not going to be the same way I would care for you. Am I that old? He asked and Wine was speechless. Well, I guess I'm not that old, so tell me, can you work as my caregiver? But sir, you still haven't told me what I will do as your caregiver. I need to know so I can decide whether I should accept the job or not. I see. Okay then, since you have insisted, I will tell you. You will prepare me to work just as the same way you will prepare a little child to school. Secondly, you will be responsible for my bath. You will bath me. Did he just said I will bath him? Is he for real? Hope you are paying attention to what I am saying. Yes sir, I am. Good. You will be responsible for my feeding. You will be the one to feed me and to crown it all. Wherever I will go, you will go with me. Also protect me from girls. Protect you from girls? Do I look like your wife or what? What's wrong with this man? As he heard what you said, he replied, well, you're not my wife, so I know it's not your duty, and that's why I will pay you. I could add 1 million to your pay to make it 7 million. So tell me, where are you resuming? Resuming? Won't he at least give me time to think? What kind of man is he? Yes, but I really need a job, she said inwardly as Jungkook sat patiently waiting for her response. Sir, Never mind, as for the offer, I don't think I can do such work. I can do other things you have said, but what I don't accept is the bathing part. Honestly, I just can't do it, sir. No woman rejected my offer. In fact, no woman has dared to try, but you don't have a choice, do you? I have a choice, sir. I see. You can leave if you don't like the offer. Thank you, sir. She stood from her seat and walked towards the exit door. wondering if Jungkook was serious about what he said or was just joking, as Jungkook was just staring at her figure which was so perfect. He comes back to his real world as the door shut close. Did she just leave? He asked himself as he couldn't believe that a girl had rejected him. I never accept this. She is different. It was already evening when Wan got home. Wan was looked tired and still couldn't believe what Jungkook has told her. Yuna, on the other hand, was also tired because of her office work. She lay on the couch and her handbag and shoes were scattered next to her while Wan just sat on the smaller couch. So tell me, how did your interview go? He said the space was taken yesterday. So he asked me if I could work as a caregiver and that he would pay me 6 million. 6 million? She immediately sits up. Is he mad? Well, tell me, you have accepted the offer, haven't you? I refused. You refused? You and I know how much you love children, so why did you reject the offer, huh? At first, I accepted the offer because I thought I would be rendering my care to a child, but I was wrong. Could you imagine? He asked me to his caregiver. Oh my god, why are you giving me shock again and again? You know whose offer have you rejected? Jeon Jungkook, the most handsome and young man in business industry. It is a dream of people to work in his company, especially girls, and you got the jackpot, but you refused. Is he that famous? You mumbled yourself and said, well babe, you are not understanding. He said I will take care of him like a child, feed him, and wherever he goes I go. And even he said I will be responsible for his bath. What? you will also bath him? Yes, that's what he said. I think he is crazy, don't you think? Yuna could not help but laugh out loud. How will you bath a man who is 4 years older than you? She paused as she imagined what would happen in the bathroom between Jungkook and Wan. Ew, you're so dirty-minded. I hate you. You're so innocent. I love you. They both laughed. Well, what will you do now? Because you know now we can't manage all things only to my small salary. I know. I'm thinking of working in a restaurant. Yeah, that would be fine. You can work in a restaurant until you get a job. It's been 2 days. Would she have got a job? His thoughts interrupted by his friend Jimin's voice. Jungkook, what are you thinking so deeply, huh? Oh, I am thinking about meeting. But I don't think so. Your behavior seems a bit different today. Tell me what's the matter. But first promise me you won't go with double meaning sentence. Jungkook know how Jimin comes out with double meaning sentence. Omo, it's mean there is something interesting. Tell me fast, what's the matter? He said excitedly while focusing on the road as he was driving. Jungkook glared at him. Yes, okay, I promise. Well, 2 days ago a girl had come for interview. So you made her your girlfriend too, right? No, then you rejected too, right? Will you keep your mouth shut? Okay, I'm sorry. She was different. I have never met a girl like her. Could you believe she rejected my offer? Really? It's been 2 days but I can't forget her. Oh, love at first sight, huh? Finally you liked some girl. Congratulations bro for your bright future with her. Yeah, Young. Few seconds ago you had promised that you will not come out with double meaning sentence. And it not love at first sight, and still I don't like any girl. All girls are same and I know she is the same as well. Jungkook screamed when a taxi crashed their car. Their car hits the tree by the roadside and stops. Are you okay, sir? I'm sorry. Actually, it happened so fast. 10 minutes before the accident. It was almost noon and Wayne is going to find a job in a restaurant. At the time, the road to the eatery was empty and looked scary and full of snow that no driver would want to go through it, but because of the friendly relationship she has with the driver, he decided to help her out. Everything is going well until a lady across the road in front of driver. He immediately stepped on his brake pedal, but it looked like he must have reached too late. However, before he knew it, his tire squealed as they swerved, and thankfully they barely avoiding hitting the lady. But then in the next second they heard a loud deafening thud. They realized that a car had crashed into something. When they looked carefully, they saw that it was a car that their car had crashed on. The car they hit scratched towards the left and it hit the tree by the roadside. When Vine saw that the car is actually hit a tree, her heart started beating so fast that she heard the sound of loud that she couldn't imagine. She felt her body trembling in fear. She didn't wait for a moment. She rushed out of the car, running towards the other car. When she got there, the car door opened and then she saw a good-looking man. Of course, it is our Jimin. "Are you okay, sir? I'm sorry. Actually, it happened so fast," she said as the driver ran towards the damaged car. "Yes, sir. I'm really sorry. It's actually my fault. I would have slowed a bit." "Forgive us, sir. It's actually not his fault. He was only trying to avoid hitting the lady. We are so sorry." She apologized in fear. Vine knew they were in bigger trouble. Without a word, Jimin raised his paws upon seeing the damaged car. Vine has to calm down a little bit because it seems that the man looked carefree and not worried at all about what just happened. Vine followed his line of sight, and when she saw the damage, she tried controlling her tears from pouring, and luckily it worked. "God, where will I get such an amount of money to pay for the damage? Of all cars, why this one luxury car?" Without answering her, Jimin walked around the car and opened the passenger seat. "Bro, come out, the car is really beautiful. You should see once," he whispered, and when he saw one was coming there, he changed the topic. "Dude, what are we going to do now? The car is really damaged." When Vine saw the man's figure at the front passenger seats, she consoled maybe that he is the owner of the car. "We are sorry, sir. You can blame me for this. I'm ready to willing to accept whatever punishment you may offer. I'm willing to accept it, sir. I don't mind working as a maid just to pay for this huge damage." Jungkook smacked. He knew well whose voice it is. "Sir, we are sorry. Please forgive us. What's going on in this earth? Why he is not coming out? Sir, we are really sorry. Can you please go?" Suddenly, Vine trailed off as soon as she realized who the man was. "Mr. Jun?" She was shocked. Jungkook stepped out, and when he saw the awful damage on his car, he leaned on the open door of his car, crossing his hands on each other as he looked at her. "Mr. Jun, I'm so sorry. He was just trying to avoid hitting the lady," he completed her statement. "Yes, he wasn't speeding. Please, you have to believe," she spoke in fear. "If I tell you that I believe you, will that replace the damaged car? How much do you think that will be the damage to your car?" Jungkook chuckled, seeing her speak in nervousness. "The damage may cost $200,000 US. Vine could not say any more words because it looked as if she was lost. "Don't worry, girl. You don't have. Now you hear the amount. When are you going to get me a new one or pay for the damage?" Jungkook said, cut off Jimin's words. "Sir?" She was speechless. Jimin was unable to understand what was going on in Jungkook's mind, but he knew Jungkook will not waste his time unnecessarily, so he decided to watch the drama quietly. "Miss Vine, you need to pay for the damage, or I will get you and your driver arrested." Hearing his words, Vine became nervous. Jungkook noticed her nervousness as he walked toward her and leaned in on her as he spoke to her ear. "There is only one way. Be my caregiver or I get you arrested," he said as he leaned out and smacked. Vine felt her own heartbeat. She couldn't ask Yuna to help her to pay her bill. She didn't want to bother her friend, and Yuna even don't have that much money. "Sorry, I can't be your caregiver." Jimin called the police. He instructed Jimin as he gave out a naughty and a big chuckle. giving Wine a side look just to see if she would change her mind, but she never did. Okay, I'm going to call the police. No, please wait a minute, he requested and spoke to Wine, who was stood there mute. Jungkook still stood there with his two arms pressed inside his pocket, and he gazed at Wine with the fire burning in his eyes and wondered the kind of being she is. Like seriously, you won't accept the offer and you can't pay for the damage you caused. Wow. Sir, I haven't any money to pay and I can't and won't accept your offer. You're so arrogant and cold. Arrogant? Did she just say those words to his face? Damn, this girl is amazing, Jimin thought. Jungkook grabbed her neck gently but romantically. Wine's heart started beating so fast by his sudden action. Whoa, whoa, Jimin shouted unbelievably with his palm over his mouth. With his hand still Wine's neck, he moved closer to her and leaned in on her, giving her a dangerous smack. His charming eyes stared right into Wine's eyes. Their eyes were fixed at each other's eyes. She gulped as his hand left her neck and moved slowly to her collarbone. He caressed it so gently that Wine was lost in thought as she stared at him continuously. Seems the charm is working, he satisfied. With his eyes still fixed her, he moved his face so close to her face that Wine could feel his breath on her skin as he asked, "You little, you just call me arrogant, huh? You know I'm naughty too," he said, staring at her soft lips. Of course, he has no intention of kissing, but still Wine pushed him away. She really pushed me? But I thought, he paused. She is really different. I'm sorry, sir, and I accept your offer. You finally accept. Good. Now your work starts today. You can leave with your driver, but before you go, use this handkerchief to wipe my face. But you aren't sweating. Are you gonna do your work peacefully or have you changed your mind? Okay, fine. She quietly took the handkerchief and wiped his face. His eyes never left her face. She just perfect that he couldn't stop admiring her. Good girl, you can go now. Wine handed the handkerchief to him as she walked towards their car. Wait, he interrupted. You should be in front of me when I wake up tomorrow morning. Give me your number, I will text you my home address later, he said and let out a satisfying smile as he stretched his hand to give Wine his phone. She dialed in her number. Then they all walked and entered into the car as they left to their separate destination.